Omogo Onyedikachi Okigwe Kesta from Department of Criminology and Security Studies.
Hello guys, I'm host Rare and I'm from Department of Computer Science.
My name is Jude. I'm the SG Director of Finance.
Wow, that's really nice. You're Director of Finance.
Yeah.
That means you'll be dealing with a lot of money, you understand? Okay, so can you tell us what inspired you to go for that office?
Okay, what inspired me actually to go for the office of the Director of Finance is actually my love for the accounting, my love for keeping accurate record of received payments and other things that deals with the Directorate of Finance.
So you're an accounting student.
A business administration student, an aspiring accountant.
Agabola. We celebrate grace. I'll celebrate grace.
Yeah, thank you.
That's very good. So, with your new office, what impact are you going to make on students and other things related to school?
Oh, with my new office, one of the things that I want to create in students, I want to let students know that the Directorate of Finance is actually not just about keeping record of things, keeping record of book or signing receipts. It's about inspiring others to know that in the office you have duties which students will be able to know that entrepreneurship too is one of the things that you pass down to them, and for them to be able to be good leaders in the society of and the university community at large.
That's really nice. Talking about entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
what do you have in store for us?
Okay, what I actually have installed for students of Alex Ekwueme Federal University is um, creating programs, inspiring programs that inspire students, programs that makes them to think about money. We need to bring people to understand there is something called Money 101, there is something called Marketing 101, direct marketing. Even a while, I bought a book from Tad Nicholas who was speaking about marketing strategy and the rest. These are things that we need to teach students, and also these are things that I see important from the Office of Directorate of Finance.
Talking about money 101, are you sure you're not going to make students love money more than they love book? Are you sure it's going to make students focus on their book? Because me now, if you bring money, you should not. I'll leave book. Oh. So hope is not going to distract we, the students, and other people from schoolwork and focus more on getting money than the certificate they came to school to do.
Remember in the school, the motto is you're passing through characters from the university, and another thing that the university is actually teaching us is actually how to make something out of it in the future. Okay, so imbibing money and education is actually something good, and what we need to also do is learn how money works in the society too.
That is a very, very, very good point. I like that. So, how are we sure you're going to be transparent in your new office?
Transparency is every one man thing, and the trust that which you have built before you coming into an office is actually what people want to see from you. And before someone will vote for you in an office, for you to take place in an office, he or she needs to have that trust that you're able to deliver in that office. And I think that's the trust the students have.
Okay, during your election, you have about two opponents, right?
Yes.
So, how are you sure you're going to win?
Um, there's only three principles in elections, and when winning elections it actually depends on your strategy and how you're able to break the other opponent, using what you have to get what you want. What I meant is that what things do you bring out to table that people are able to see? What do you bring out to your table that people are able to see? What are the ideas that you brought out to students that people are able to see and like what you want to do for them? Your manifestos too is actually what worked for me, and my speech. So they say it's not about your speech, it's about your relationship with people too.
That's a very nice point. So, you're trying to say that those two opponents did not use a better strategy.
Well, Oman has his own strategy, and Oman knows what works best for him. And before you run for an office, to win an office, actually, you have to create a long lasting relationship with people. And actually, an organization where you belong is also an impact, and where you're giving to this community, the student community, how you relate the student community helps you to stand out when you're campaigning. From my 100 level, I've been participating. 100 level, 200 level, and 300 level, I've been participating. So when I said, I want to come out for this particular position, everybody already knew that he was already participating, and we have trusted the process. People need to trust the process before they vote you into that office. That's another strategy, another point for you to win.
This man is really a politician.
Sure.
They don't see you them.
It's a
Please,
business.
what are you doing? What are you doing in business admin?
um, Actually, I love business. I love business, and
A touch of politics.
yes, and with a touch of politics. Politics is actually everything. Everyone's games. You get.
I understand that. But well, you've answered well. Like your question sounds like your answer sounds like a genius.
Yes, it's plain forward. It's transparent.
Okay, I have
My eyes is still on you.
some questions for you.
Oh, okay.
Really good. Then the first question is, what is the current financial status of the SVG?
Okay, there are some things that that are left for you to be. There are some things that are not left meant to be said in the public, and there are some things that you want people to see. The current financial status of the union is intact. According to the constitution of the AFNI SCG, it is stated there on how and ways that students will know the current financial status of the union. It is left when we as a union comes together as a body to know what the status is. That is when we'll be able to tell the student this is the current financial status of the union.
Okay. Well, you answered well, but I think you have to like tell us because we are all like we are students.
Yes.
It's just that you people have been given the grace or the
upper
opportunity, the upper hand to lead.
There's actually nothing like upper hand there.
There's
There's actually
upper hand. Because now you will not tell me what is written in that book. You don't want to tell me.
The AFNI constitution is actually left for everyone to go. It has a hard copy and a soft copy. For you to know what happens in the union, you have to be closer to the union for you to be able to know what happens. And transparency is actually one of the things that the president preaches in his administration. And I think if we want to know what is really happening in the union, we need to come closer to the union.
You answered well.
Are you trying to say that before I know what is happening in the union, before I know what is happening in the union, I have to be an SCG body?
No, I did not say you have to be an SCG body.
But you say I have to come inside the house now.
Yeah, you active participation makes you to know what's happening, and there are procedures for things to be published out because it's not everything that is meant for public consumption for you not to mislead people.
That's really nice. Come to that, you have a studio, right?
Yes.
So how do you manage? Now you're director of finance.
Yes.
How will you be able to manage your studio work, your school work,
Okay.
and finance your office in SUG?
So I feel like that he was senator representing faculty of
Yes.
engineering sciences.
Yes.
How do you know about all these?
Pile up work. How you going to do it?
How do you know about all these things like to manage and win your election?
Oh, okay. The thing that at the first question you guys asked, I really said it is about the kind of strategy you have put in place and the kind of time management you are able to imbibe and what you are able to see you want to achieve within a short period of time. Okay. How am I able to manage this particular whole lot of things is about time management. I've seen that time management is actually one thing that we need to understand. I'll be able to understand my lecture schedules and time that I'm able to read and time that I'm able to do my office chores and the rest. The offices has timing for students to also go to lectures and also do other things because the university system makes you to work with time. I don't go in boarding house, I don't go to attend boarding house, but the system which they use is actually the system I imbibe here in the university, and that has been helping me. It's just time management. The strategy which I use to break in the other two opponents of mine is actually being in the system so as for you to know what happens in the system. And being in the system means I opting out that before you become an executive, you need to understand a body full of the constitution. And for you to understand the body full of constitution, you need to go to the legislative house for you to learn how the constitution works and for you to understand how the executive works. So that when you go into that office, you'll be able to perform well.
That is good. Okay, the second question is this. How do you engage with students to understand their financial concerns and needs?
Okay, engagement with students. You see, a lot of students are not back in the campus, and one of one of our plans is for students, for we to see that even if you are a student, um you are able to see more need why your finance is important. Okay, you are able to see more needs why your finance is important, and why what we are bringing into the table is to tell people that you have to prioritize your personal finance. You have to prioritize your personal finance and your education. With these two things and adequate knowledge, able to do the rest.
Sure, you are doing well. You are doing well.
Well, I love your stage of intelligence and the way you answer questions, and you're being plain and polite, which is very, very good. So, what advice do you have for us and those people that is looking up to you?
Okay.
And hope you will fulfill everything you promised the
All the campaign
students.
promises.
All your manifesto. I will build this for you. I'll do this for. Hope you. If you do not do it, I will drag you.
The major thing I said, my campaign, I do not really have a lot of manifestos in my campaign. What I said is what was the basic problem of students in the campus, which relate to my office, and that is the issue of knowing about what they want and how to solve their needs. And some persons who come to the office to sign their receipts, and some persons who really complain about one payment or the other. This is my office, and I'll make sure that those things are being addressed. And every other thing that is needed for the student to know about what is happening in the union, that will be also given to them. And to my advice to students, I will say, when you're ready, you have to be intentional. When you enter the university, you have to find the purpose why you are here. A lot of persons come to university not the cause they want, but they get the cause they deserve. Okay, that they got the cause that the school want them to study, but because you show passion and love for what you do. I think
Well,
passion and love is
there
everything.
is this news going around the
Yeah.
school. Sorry to bring it in here,
Oh, okay.
because you are the current director of finance.
Oh,
Last
okay.
administration, they don't
Yeah.
have director of finance.
Yes.
So you know, they only work with the internal auditor and the director of the internal auditor and the treasurer.
Okay.
So you get. But there is a time it's reached. Most of students, they were like complaining
Yeah.
that they are being directed to give SUG dues,
Okay.
cash, and they will be giving receipt.
Okay.
How did that happen? But I thought they used to pay inside the school bank. How did that happen?
The first thing is that I cannot answer for another administration. I can only answer for my administration. Okay. That's just the plain truth.
Okay, so hope you not follow the footsteps.
Yeah,
And-
no.
Okay. So now I want to ask a very important question,
Yeah.
because new students are here and some more students are there. What time since you're going to be taking record and be changing receipts,
Okay.
what time will you be available at the office?
Remember in the first questions you asked, you asked a couple of times that how do I cope managing my how do I cope managing my academics and my office? I told you the first thing I have to do is time management. I have to understand how the school. Firstly, I'm waiting for the university to release the um, timetable, classes timetable, lectures timetable for the school. When they release this particular stuff, I will see times that are free. Then we put on those times. If it's possible for us to attend to students as a union, if it's possible for me to go to the hostel on Saturday and Sunday to attend to the hostel girls and the hostel boy, I will do that. If it's possible for me to be in the office on Sunday and on Saturday so as to attend to the students, not to affect my lecture times. So as for me to find the purpose why I'm in the university, I think I will do that too.
All right, so the new students, you offered it. Those of you that are staying, you say you have a lot of advantages. So then, for those that are staying in lodge, yeah, sacrifice Saturday and Sunday for you
For
people.
you, yeah.
So at this time, let's go for a short break. It's nice having you.